My name's Kaiser Dude Online, Kyle in real life. I'm 19 from the United States. I have been interested in the Minecraft Championships since March of 2020. My friend invited me from a different event, actually, and recommended I come play in their testing, and I was like, oh, that sounds pretty cool, I'll do that. And then, I joined, and everyone was like, yo, this guy is cool, neat. And I'm like, oh, okay.
My name is Gijs. Online I'm known as Man with Raft, and I'm 20 years old, and I'm from the Netherlands. And yeah, I like to play a lot of Minecraft in my free time with my friends, and that's kind of how I got into like MCC stuff.
Well, hello. My name is Justin, also known as that J guy, but most people refer to me as J guy. Some people refer to me as J. I've been involved with MCC testing for over a year now, since January 2020, and I've been having a blast doing it ever since.
Alright, my name is Wolfie online. My actual name is Alex. I'm 18 years old. I study business economics in university in the Netherlands. I am an MCC tester, which is, I think, the coolest thing I have accomplished in my life. I'm actually an internal tester, so I am legally bound to the Noxcrew, the people who host the event. And I'm also very tall.
So MCC is, it stands for Minecraft Championship, and it is, in my opinion, one of like the first actually good Minecraft events for content creators. So they like stream on Twitch or YouTube and play in the event.
MCC is a Minecraft event hosted by the Noxcrew alongside S Major 1995, who is a content creator. It's a Minecraft event that features, I think, 9 or 10 mini-games. I always lose the count. And it is tested by a group of people, which is who I'm a part of. There's 40 players in the event, 10 teams. They're all revolved around a color and usually an animal as a name. And there's eight rounds. The players get to pick the rounds, or the games for the rounds. There's a breakpoint in between, and the final game is Dodgebolt, which will determine which team gets the crown to win the MCC. And then it's based off of seasons, which is usually a monthly hosted event. And then that will leave 4 players to win as a team. I became an MCC tester when I saw that there was a Discord server for MCC. I found out about the event through a content creator named Technoblade. He's very well known for playing in MCC, is also very good at it. And because of him, I joined the Discord server. And at some point, out of nowhere, I got a mention in one of the announcement channels that stated that applications for the testing team had opened up, and I was interested in that. I had previously been part of moderation teams or revolving events, and I'm very interested in playing in that event as well. So I was like, alright, perfect opportunity for me to play the event and also help the event, which are both things I would love to do.
Yeah, I got into MCC testing, which pretty much means that I'm able to beta test any kind of changes that the Noxcrew wishes to incorporate in MCC, which is hosted every single month. That includes playing specific games that they make, or playing the whole entire setup that they got, the whole entire tournament.
For me, testing signups were a bit different back in March, or that was early February actually. My friend invited me on the idea of, hey, you want to come play in this really cool Minecraft test event where you can test and stuff? It's basically like playing the real event. And I was like, oh, sure, cool. So I joined their Discord. I'm like, oh wait, no, I know the Noxcrew. The Noxcrew are the people who host it. They make Minecraft Bedrock maps. And I was like, yeah, no, I know these guys. I haven't seen much of their content, but from what I've seen, it's pretty good. And then I asked, hey, anyone know where the testing sign-up applications are? Which, funny enough, become one of my most hated questions to hear as a moderator, because everyone would ask, when is testing opening? I don't know. How do I apply? it's not open. Testing applications back then pretty much were always accepted. You just had to, not completely bomb the application. You could put a few nice words in, and you basically always got in.
My personal favorite moment was when we had an MCC test on my birthday, and everyone dressed up as my skin. And that was like my top moment of testing.
I guess the best one that stuck with me ever since was my first win, which was my third test actually. So I think that was probably like MCC. It was between MCC 3 and 4, so March or April. And it was with me, my friend Shane, Heiss, and Heiss's friend, Mammoth Boat. His name was Mats, I believe. Or Mats, I can't remember. They're all Dutch names. It was just memorable because those guys, I said, I don't really talk with bots anymore. Mammoth Raft and Shane became some of my better friends of the community. Stuck close with me.
I'd say the best moment for me is when I'm really having fun with other testers. It's everyone has like kind of their different personality, their different thing going on, and it's just cool to be part of like a big group, and especially like doing testing the tournament like this. And of course, like I say, like winning with the group of fun people is also great too. But in the end of the day, we're all here to have fun, and I just love doing it.
MCC originally when I joined, from the differences I noticed, there was a community, but there wasn't any set place that there was a community. Like there was Twitter, but not all Twitter was already talking about it. Eventually, there became a Twitter community for it. There became a Discord community for it. Lots of sub-communities were formed from it. Friend groups were formed from it. That was one way it evolved. Another way, I guess, the event itself added a ton of new games, and added a ton of new creators. Some who don't necessarily do Minecraft all the time. They're just well known. I guess Connor Eats Pants doesn't really play Minecraft too much. I always don't think he does. Or no, he does now. He didn't at the time. Pokimane didn't really play. I know Ludwig didn't really play. He played in the last one of the first season. So I guess they're adding more and more people from different areas, and the community's grown a ton.
MCC has evolved quite a lot. Of course, they went from a starting point where they were struggling to get 40 players to actually play in their event, to now having a waiting list that is filled with like big names that want to play in the event but just can't yet because there is no spot for them. I think the games have developed as well. Of course, I've talked to quite a few of the Noxcrew members. I know a couple of them decently well, and I've noticed that like their approach to the event has changed a lot as well. It's very nice to see how things go internally. I think they do a great job, and I am very excited to see what they are going to bring in Season 2 of the event. And I have very, very great expectations for that.
I think the Noxcrew have a lot of good stuff going. I mean, I don't really know too much. They only tell everybody so much. Or, yeah. They only tell people so much, so I'm even limited on what I know. But I have high hopes in the future of this event. I think it's going to go amazing. The community will only keep growing. I think the community is going to become even better than it was during Season 1, which it was already freaking insane during Season 1. Like, one of the nicest and better communities I've been in. So I have high hopes for this. I think Noxcrew is going to blow it out of the park with this one.
I think the future is very, I think the future looks very good for MCC, because I know, like, how talented the people are at Noxcrew and, like, what they're capable of. And, like, the stuff they've already, like, teased and talked about, like, for Season 2, I think it's just gonna be amazing. And even if you look online, there's so many people who, like, love the event so much, and they're like, they can't wait for it to come back. And I just feel like it's just gonna be a good time. And same for testing, like, testing group, like, increased by, like, 100 people, so that means we're gonna be making lots of new friends and stuff.
I'd say it just keep expanding over and over. more and more people like are interested in being an MCC on the streaming side, and then with the recent test applications receiving 2,626 people and only about 75 people being let in, which is 3% of all people, which is a lower acceptance rate than Harvard. I just think it would just keep expanding more and more, and whether that means more people get involved, more developers, more experimental material. It would just become, in my opinion, more grandiose, I suppose. And I'm looking forward to when that happens.
I also think that MCC will finally hit its milestone of having 1 million concurrent viewers. I'm not sure exactly when it will happen, but I know they already hit, I think, 700,000 or 800,000, somewhere in between that. In, I think, MCC 13, which is the last MCC of Season 1. And I think that number is just going to go up. I mean, the hype around MCC is pretty high. I think people would love to see it come back, and I think it can only go up from here. MC testing for me is very special. I've met a lot of online people through it, and I think it's a great opportunity to learn from.